SportsBit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
It's Belk Bowl time, December 29th. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons -3, 64.5 against the Texas A&M Aggies. And look, A&M, well, first, let's look with the Belk Bowl. We all have bad memories. Not we all. I have multiple bad memories of bad beats in the Belk Bowl. And that doesn't mean this year is a bad beat in the Belk Bowl. Let's break down the game. A&M in the Kevin Sumlin era during bowls, 2-3 straight up, 2-3 against the spread. Wake Forest last year went to their first bowl since 2011. They beat Temple outright, 34-26. They were 10.5-point dogs in that ball game. Temple, however, had lost their coach and many of their assistants. Dave Clawson, he's made big strides at Wake Forest, not by slowing things down and trying to gut out games, but by being aggressive and spreading the field. John Walford, one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the country, he made big strides at QB. Threw for just shy of 2,800 yards, 8.6 yards per attempt. He did miss a game. 25 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, and 615 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns. A dual threat who was legit one of the more underrated QBs in the country. And this offense was able to stay on track. They lost their leading wide receiver, Greg Dortch. They had a midseason injury to the leading running back, Akeem Byrd. He missed a couple of games. He is back and came back for the last 2. And even with those injuries, the Demon Deacons offense continued to sizzle. You worry about the defense, though. The defense may well have worn down as the season progressed. That faster tempo didn't really suit them. Over the last 6 games of the campaign, the Demon Deacons allowed 36 points and nearly 550 yards per game. The bowl prep gives them a chance to get a breather. And, of course, this team should have a pretty good crowd support for a game in Charlotte. Not being graded as a home game, I'm confident that Wake Forest is going to have the far larger contingent of supporters in this one. So the defensive struggles, don't know if that's something that Wake has to worry about long term. That's something that may have been a second half of the season type of situation. So here's Texas A&M. And Sumlin's gone, and Jimbo Fisher's been hired, but he's not the head coach for this game. Jeff Banks is going to be the interim head coach. Banks had been the A&M special teams coach, their tight end coach. Now he's the interim coach. That being said, Jimbo Fisher, who has taken over the program but is not the head coach for this game, he coaches from the ACC, coached against Wake every year. He played Wake earlier this season. Florida State won 24-17 on the road in that ball game. The question is, will Jimbo Fisher be helping Jeff Banks for this ball game? Here's the answer. Banks quote on Jimbo Fisher: "He's been unbelievable. Great for my transition to interim head coach. He's been very sensitive to the situation. He's been very complimentary." So for A&M, it's not a disastrous coaching situation here. It looks like it's fairly smooth in that regard. And let's not forget what happened to A&M this season. They got stuck with Kellen Mond at quarterback for most of the season. Mond was not ready. The Frosch was not ready. Nick Starkel was. When you look at the numbers between Mond and Starkel, excuse me, pretty dramatic difference between the two when you talk about 6.1 yards per pass attempt versus 9.1 yards per pass attempt. Starkel's healthy here, and you wonder, how much difference would he have made had he been healthy all year? Remember the big lead they had against UCLA before he got hurt? I honestly think if Nick Starkel doesn't get hurt, Kevin Sumlin still has a head coaching job with the Texas A&M Aggies. That's how important this QB is. He is expected to go in the Belk Bowl coming up. On the Belk Bowl on, December 29th. More big game breakdowns coming up next. Yeah, we've got the Sun Bowl. Herm Edwards, you better believe we got the Herm Edwards scoop right here on SportsBit. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial.
Hello, SBR YouTube followers. I am Jojo, and before you go, I want to let you know about our new college football contest. As we all know, bowl season is right around the corner. And to add to that excitement, we are announcing our 15K College Bowl Handicapping Showdown. We are going to be awarding amazing prizes, and members from all over the world can join in on the fun. Join our forum, follow us on social media, and remember to share and like this video. I've been your host Jojo, and until next time, thanks for watching.